Episode 13 of my nail journey. So, this is the set that I did in episode 12. I have all of my nails still on, but I do have some lifting. And this here, I didn't put bond on my right hand, and I can see the difference. There's much more lifting here on my right hand. And so I'm hoping that I don't forget to put the bond on this time around. At the time of recording, this is 2 weeks. Yay! Let's take off the cone bit. I think that's a little too sharp. This is my second fill-in ever, and I feel like the bullet drill bit will be more useful just because it has that curved edge there. So I feel more comfortable with the curved or like the, not so sharp end to sort of remove the lifting, and I'm not gonna have to worry about cutting, hopefully, and hopefully it just removes all of the lifting. And so I'm just gonna take my time and use this bullet drill bit, just because it has the curved edge, and I'm gonna remove all of the shine from my nails. And the main goal here is to remove the acrylic that has begun to lift. So I'm going to do this for every single fingernail. I am not going to show it here on screen. I am thinking of a shorter video, maybe on the 30-minute side of things. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, so removing the shine and sort of giving the nail a little life here. And I am just focusing on that lifting. Now, I could have went maybe 3 or 4 more days without doing this, but nail health is so important to me. So like when I'm in the shower, I feel the wetness underneath my nails, if that makes sense. And I've been feeling, the water going underneath my nails for about 2 days, possibly 3. So I am trying to prevent myself from getting a greenie. So I thought to myself, if I just constantly take showers and do all of this stuff and there's water just sitting under my nails that's not properly drying, that can lead to a greenie, and then I'll be out of the chair for a minute. So I don't want to be out of the chair. I do want to continue on with my nail journey and my nail health. So yeah, that's why I'm jumping in exactly at 2 weeks, and I'm doing the fill-in. So yeah, it is kind of necessary, but it's not. I hope that made sense. But continue watching if you want to see how my fill in goes, and keep in mind that this is my second fill in ever. Yeah, because my XXL set, those nails popped off, so there was no fill-in to do. So I do feel like this shorty set did pull its weight. It was cute. It went with what I was wearing. And now I could do my second fill-in ever. So stay tuned if you're interested to see how my results come out. I am not a licensed nail tech, nor am I going to school to become one. I am just learning as I'm going. And I'm documenting the process, not only documenting the process, but keeping a running total of supplies brought specifically for my nail journey. So yeah, I am just making sure to get all of the lifting off of this thumb. Now, as I'm rewatching, this is an opportunity for me to learn and reflect and to speak out loud. So as I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, This bit is on the safer end because it's not sharp, but it's taken quite some time to remove the lifting. And I'm pretty shocked because in my head, I was thinking that a filling was going to be, quicker than a full set because I'm not putting on tips. I'm not doing the full prep work. I'm not doing really any removal. All I'm doing is just getting rid of the lifting. And I am surprised that, for this thumb, it took quite some time. Now I am going in with my Revlon Cuticle Pusher. I am going to actually highlight this product on episode number 13. I usually highlight one product. I am highlighting this product because it's stainless steel. It's easy to clean. It's definitely needed in any do-it-yourself nail artist. Just because you could push back your cuticles, and then that other side there can help with, moving stuff around, or, you could use it also to take off press-ons. And so it's just a very versatile nail tool. So that will be linked down below if you're interested. I really like it and I'm always using it, and I see it lasting a long time. I think I've had that for, I would say, 2 years. So yes, it does its job. And like I said, it's stainless steel, so easy to clean. And yeah, it's just super useful. So I didn't speed up this part here where I'm sort of getting rid of the lifting and the shine on the thumb. And I believe just doing that thumb alone was like 10 minutes. So just imagine 10 minutes for each nail, and then the one with the gems. But this is what it looks like after all of the prep work. It was about an hour. Now, this color here came in my acrylic starter kit. It is number 28. I've used this possibly twice. This is the 222, which is currently on my nails right now. I love this color. Now, I won't be using this color today, but I believe I have enough in here for one more set. So, yes, 222. This right here is the one that I used for my XL set, is number 248. And I actually used the whole bottle. And we also have the shimmer. All four of these acrylics came in the starter pack. This is 257. I believe I have enough in here to do one more set. So the 222 and this 248. I mean, it's nothing left in here just because look at all that. I mean, I wasted so much. And so I probably just put the dust into the 222 just to have like enough to do a set. I love the 222. And the shimmer, yes, we'll do a set with that possibly. But right now I'm going to work with the 28 just because I'm planning on doing a gel polish over it. So this is the lightest of all four of the colors that came in my acrylic starter kit. It's like white with a hint of pink. So yeah, I'm just going in and doing a little, bead around the cuticle area. And I'm making sure this time around to not flood my cuticles. I feel like I flooded my cuticles just a bit in episode number 12. So this time around, I even got my wooden stick out just to make sure I am seeing some of my natural nail. I want to see some of my natural nail because that is going to tell me that I am not flooding my cuticles, which will help with the lifting. It will help prevent lifting because the acrylic will adhere to my natural nails. The pack of wooden sticks are coming in handy, especially the sharp part in cleaning around the cuticle area. Yes, I did not forget to put the bond on my right hand. I am so happy because I've been forgetting that step. Here's the final results after, the little fill-in process. Let me clean up my area here. And so I learned to clean my brushes in my area after application. I do have a short on that where I just kind of like let it sit in acetone and then kind of let it sit in monomer. And then I go ahead and put up the nail brushes just to keep them nice and clean. I did have a nail emergency one time where the brush was just dead and I just kept beating the dead brush. But I'm just going in and I'm showing you guys how I am filing one nail just so you guys can get an idea of how long it takes. I would say it takes about the same time as the prep work. Maybe 8 minutes per nail. So yeah, I'm just going in and making sure to get it to a smooth state. And I'm really focusing on the area around my cuticle area because there is a slight lump around the cuticle area because I made sure to not flood my cuticles. So yeah, I'm just trying to, blend my cuticle area with my natural nail. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I will show it only on one nail here. So yeah, it's just a matter of time and patience. But so far, I'm like, okay, this isn't that bad. I would say like I'm probably at 3 hours at this point, which I am very surprised about because I just assumed that a fill-in would have been like 1, 2, 3, but clearly there's a lot that goes into it. So I do want to shout out all the professional nail techs because going to the salon, we go in and we be like, oh, it's just a fill-in. Why you charging me this much? I can say that the nail techs that's charging the fill-in amount and the full set amount around the same, I I can't blame them. This is what my hands look like or my fingernails afterwards. I'm gonna do some light filing just to get that shape nice and crisp with the 180 hand file. So these are the results after using the 180. So I am gonna go and just wash my hands with some cold water. The Makartt Black Gel Polish. This has been seen on my channel before, but I did go in with the black nail polish. I actually went and looked for some Halloween nail stickers and I could not find any. So I wasn't gonna run all around town looking for them. I should have just placed an order online and had them and could have been able to put them on over the black nail polish for like a Halloween vibe because Halloween is in maybe like a week from now. So I did find some orange gems from my starter kit and I thought, you know what? Let me just do black and orange. I really wanted to try the nail Halloween themed stickers, but next year I will definitely keep that in mind. Or next year my skills could be, at a point where I can actually do some drawing. But this is what I'm working with. Cute, right? Cute. So I am making sure to cure for like 260 seconds for each coat of gel polish and the top coat. I'm making sure to cure for quite some time. And yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there. So when I did my first acrylic overlay on my natural nails, I used this black gel nail polish, and yeah, so this isn't my first time using it on acrylic, and I learned in that episode that I would have to do 2 coats. And so I am just trying to do a nice, thin, clean coat without touching my skin here. And I know I'm gonna come back in for a second coat, so it doesn't have to be, fully covered because I'm coming in with that second coat. So I am switching it up. Usually I would do a symmetrical look, meaning whatever I did on my left or right hand, I would do it on the other hand. But this time around, I'm like, you know what? Let me put some gems on my middle finger on my right hand and my thumb on my right hand. And then on my left hand, I got the orange gems on my index finger and my ring finger. So yeah, I'm just playing around with it a little bit, and I am glad that I have these orange gems. I don't see myself using the orange gems if it wasn't for, Halloween being around the corner. So I'm like, you know what? I know things happen. I wanted to use the Halloween stickers, but you know what? This gives me an opportunity to use the product that I do have on hand. And so I am just going to make sure my line is straight. And yeah, I'm finishing up with a top coat, and I am so excited. I started like around 8:30 p.m. And yeah, this is my results after like 6 hours later. Cute, right? Cute. And I'm hoping that it's going to be worth it. I'm feeling it. Okay, it is giving a little bit of Halloween vibes. It is not like screaming Halloween, but this is how I ended the night. This is what I went to sleep with. And this is what I woke up with. Like, I'm like, what happened? So I did do the fill-in because water was getting under my nails, but I am like, what happened? So I woke up and the polish was peeling, but I'm gonna go in with the sanding band and just redo the polish. The only thing that I can think of why is because I did not use a base coat, because this gel nail polish lasted on my natural nails for like 3 weeks. But I don't remember, when you're putting a gel polish on acrylic, I don't think I remember ever seeing, a nail tech use a base coat. I think that usually when you have acrylic, the gel polish is applied directly to the acrylic, which is what I did on the overlay video and which is what I did here. But I'm thinking to myself that the fill in was so good in the sense of just the application and not flooding my acrylic that I'm okay with sort of removing the gel polish, putting the base coat, and just going in with the black gel polish. I'm not gonna lie, like this was a disaster to wake up to. Number one, just because I was short on time. So that's why I did do my nails last night or last night as I'm recording the video in the timeline. That's why I did my nails the night before, because I wanted to wake up and get other stuff done. But yeah, so this was kind of a disaster and a disappointment. So yeah, I am like, okay, I'm gonna just get off as much of the gel polish as possible. I'm not gonna get every single black nick. I mean, black is the darkest polish. So yeah, I'm just gonna remove the gel polish and hope for the best with the base coat, because I don't know what else to do. This color is not a color that I will wear with just a top coat. And then the black is not forgiving. It sort of stained the acrylic. So I'm just doing the best I can, removing the black gel nail polish, but I am a little disappointed in the gel nail polish because I don't think I've ever saw someone putting base coat on acrylic for it to have a gel nail polish. I could be wrong, but see how it's just peeling off? That's how it was. Like, it was just peeling off. Not perfect, but I got off most of it. And the application is still there. So this time I'm going to go in with a very generic base coat. Then I'm going to put the black polish on. That's how I did my manicure, and it lasted for like 3 weeks. Of course, I'm going to do a top coat. So let's go. Here is the generic base coat that I've been using. It is not a recent purchase. It is just something from when I tried polygel. Okay, now I'm going in with the black Makartt gel nail polish, and already it is going on pretty smooth. So I'm just making a mental note that this gel nail polish will require a base coat moving forward. I know we have to see the results and how long they stand up, but I did do a pedicure recently with this black gel polish, but the only difference is that I used that generic base coat, and yeah, it came out really nice. So I'm assuming that this will come out very nice as well. I'm gonna have to do 2 coats as well. So just making a mental note on how the Makartt gel nail polish should be applied. Also, I want to say thank you all for watching. And if you are watching and you made it to this point, make a mental note that the Makartt gel nail polish should not be applied directly on acrylic without a base coat, because yes, I woke up to a disaster. I'm like in shock that I'm doing my nails like day 2, but it is just the gel polish. So yeah, just make a mental note of that if you're using a Makartt gel nail polish, just to have a, gel base coat. And yeah, I just want to throw that out there. And so far so good. Just going on with a very thin layer, not doing any gems. Just gonna go with the black on black. I feel like the little shorty tips is giving the black a little extra something something. So yes, keep watching if you're interested to see how my set turns out. Okay, going in with my top coat. I am satisfied and I'm really hoping that these nails give me at least 2 weeks. So yes, stay tuned if you're interested to see if these nails will last 2 weeks. I mean, because the only other thing I could think about is my UV lamp. Maybe it's not curing, but I'm just gonna go with hoping that the base coat and the gel polish that will give me the results of, lasting at least 2 weeks here. And so I do like the black. I do like how they look with the little tips here. And yeah, let's go ahead and cure and look at the final look. Okay, let's remove these anti-UV gloves. And let's go ahead in with some nail oil or cuticle oil. And let's go in for the second time and just moisturize around the cuticle area. So these are my final results. Very chic, nice black polished look. And I'm just looking, okay, these should not peel off overnight. Okay, much love. This should be it. And hopefully I see you guys back here in about 2 weeks. And peace, everyone. Final results. Take care.